Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Watch. I'm Wukong. Today, or I should better say Servus, because today we're recording from the Kramer. The Kramer is a mountain near Garmisch. So today you're going to have a nice view behind me. Behind me is the highest mountain range in Germany. This is the Wettersteingebirge, and the highest mountain of the Wettersteingebirge is the Zugspitze. It's 2,980 meters high, but it's covered in clouds, sadly. Then there's the Eibsee, very famous lake, and you can see Krainau a bit here. But enough geographical stuff. Today we're going to talk about the Victorinox Camper. So first of all, we're going to talk about its functions. It has quite a lot of functions, which are quite useful to people like me who like hiking, or people who like camping or mountaineering. And I've had this knife for 12 years, so I'm going to talk about the pros and cons and what's happened to this knife and what this knife has been through. Yeah. So that's the Victorinox knife. It's a Victorinox Camper. As I said, it's a 91mm model. It has a few functions. It has a blade, which is quite scratched already, because I've used it many times, many years. It has a small blade. I'll just get those two out. As you can see here, Victorinox was made stainless steel. On the other side it says Officer Suisse. The knife is from 2010, so it doesn't have this little umbrella. Then we have the small knife. I use this one for carving. I use this one for carving too, but mainly the like bigger things, and I carve here the tinier things. Just focus. Yep. Then we have the most important tool of the camper. It's this saw. It's a wood saw, very good. I've used it many times. It's not as sharp as it used to be, but it's still very good. It still does its job very good. So I can only recommend this. It's a very good saw. I'm not sure if you can sharpen it. I think you can sharpen it, but I didn't figure out. I yet didn't figure out how. Then we have the can opener and little can opener, little screwdriver up here. Can opener works really good. We have the bottle opener, which has a 90-degree stop. So it stops here, and you can open it a little further. There's a flathead screwdriver, plus bottle opener, plus you can remove the rubber skin from the wire with this one. I've never done that, but I've opened many bottles with this, and I've used this as a screwdriver many times too. It's very sturdy. Very sturdy, and it actually clicks in place. Hear this nice click. It's a very sturdy tool. On the back side we have the awl for sewing or making holes. I've punched a few holes with this awl through wood and through leather, so it works totally fine. Has a little hole for sewing. And we have the corkscrew to open wine, which I've used, I'm sure, like only a couple of times, but I'll talk about that later. Then I have here a little needle, little pin. Bought that from Victorinox. I need to check now. Here we go. Yep. Then there's a little keyring here. Actually, this is my second keyring. I removed the old one for some reason and used it, I guess, for something else. Now I have a new one here. And then you have the toothpick here. Remove the old one too, and now I have the blue one fitting with the color. You can see here some scratches already. It fell down. The knife fell down once. And here we have some. Here we have the blue tweezers, which are very good. I used them for many things. I plug ticks with it. You know, this little insect bite in your skin. I plugged like 3 to 4 ticks with it. Yeah. And that's pretty much all of the functions of this Victorinox knife. As I said, it's 12 years old. The scales are new, though the scales are from earlier this year, like from January. But the knife in general is very old. So now that you've seen all of the functions of this little Victorinox knife, I can tell you a little bit about it. I've exchanged the handles on this one, so it was, as I said, it's 12 years old already, and the handles were kind of, you know, scratched, and they had like a part was even broken off, so the handles were no good. I exchanged them, and it's pretty much like new. And as you've seen in the close-up, the main blade is kind of scratched up, and the saw is already, it's not as sharp as it used to be, but it still works very good. I have no complaints. Victorinox knives are really made for, you know, to last you 30, 40, even 50 plus years. Pretty much traveled the world with this knife. I've been to the Caribbean, I've been in Thailand, I've been in Norway, in Italy, Spain, on islands, on mountains, in the sea. I've even swam with this in the sea, and not in. I've swum in lakes as well, but I swam with this in the sea, and it's still holding up. Of course, you have to maintain it. You have to, you know, use your DW40. So you have to sharpen the blade. I've re-sharpened this blade many times, as you can see. The blade is quite scratched up. The smaller blade, I've re-sharpened the smaller blade as well. Then the bottle opener and the flathead screwdriver, those are, you know, those just work. You can't really resharpen them. Then I don't really know how to resharpen the saw. I would love to resharpen the saw. It works fine, but I would like it to be a little sharper, because in comparison to my red Victorinox hiker, because this is the camper, I'm talking about the hiker. The hiker has one different feature, which we are going to talk about later. The hiker has a saw as well, and it's sharper because the hiker is only like 2 years old, and this one is 12 years old, as I said. So the saw is already, you know, kind of scratched up. Bottle open, can opener, very good as well. I've used it many times. Works very good. I know Russian people who own Victorinox knives. They use the can opener as like their regular go-to can opener. Then you have the awl. The awl works fine as well. I've punched many holes with this through leather and through wood, so it works very well. I had to resharpen this as well. Then I have the wine opener corkscrew. I don't know what it's called. A wine opener, basically. I think I've used it like 3 times, so you don't really get to use it too often. That's why I bought the hiker when I bought it, because I remember the scales were broke, and the scales were quite damaged, and my blade was not sharp, and I was thinking, yeah, who cares, let's just buy another knife, because they are, you know, the price. This costs just 25 euros, which is like nothing for this quality. So I was like, yeah, let's just buy another knife. But then I, you know, got more into Victorinox knives, and I realized, hey, let's just change the handle and resharpen the blade, and you're good to go. So that's what I did after then. This is like an added feature. You can have a little, for sunglasses, like a little screwdriver. You can put it in your corkscrew wine opener. Yeah, as I said, I've used the wine opener like 3 times, so it's not really too useful. Got other people hiking as well. Yeah, so what can I say? With a lifelong warranty, you know, as you know, Victorinox has a lifelong warranty on their knives. You can just send them in, and you get them fixed, basically. And for such prices, you can't beat Victorinox. That's why I'm such a fan of Victorinox. They're like the biggest pocket knife manufacturers, and you know, you could say, yeah, okay, that's too mainstream for me. owning a Victorinox to mainstream, but you just can't beat them. For the price, you can't really. What can I say? 12 years, it's like new. I've used this a lot. I've used this really a lot. Um, as I said, I've traveled the world with this one. I've I mean, 12 years ago I was 10. I'm 22 now. I was 10 years old. I used this to like cut wood and like make little wooden swords and wooden pikes, and we had like a um like a lair in the woods. We played in the woods, and then we used this. We used my knife always to cut, cut pikes, cut swords, cut everything. Um, Make like little fortresses out of sticks. So I've really used this. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this little video and you found this review helpful. This was kind of, just very spontaneous, this review. I have no script here, so I hope this was understandable what I just said. I'm hiking right now, so all of the blood is not in here, it's in my legs. But yeah, if you like this little video, leave a like, comment your opinion, comment your knife. If you have a Victorinox knife, which one do you have? Do you have the Spartan? Do you have the Camper? Do you have one of the bigger ones? Do you have a small one, the Champ, the Mini Champ, or what are they called? And yeah, peace out.